Alright, enough of that shit. Today for CPPR Live, we're talking with the man himself, Beautiful Lou. Right now, in 5 days, we'll be dropping an album, The Impermanence of Everything We Do. It will be streaming everywhere July 19th. He has produced for artists Little B the Bass God, Western Tink, ASAP Rocky, Kitty Pryde, Squatta B and Mondre Man, a.k.a. Main Attractions, Shady Blaze, Das Racist, Riff, Raff, ASAP Ferg, and maybe, if I don't keep fucking up communication, Harvey Pizza. So the first thing I want to ask you today, Beautiful Lou, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing all right, man. Chilling. What's up with you?
I'm chilling in a hot room with no AC. Going back, I think it's got to be about a year now. The hip-hop community lost someone that, to call this person an artist, I think is an understatement. And you wrote, R.I.P. Doom, my favorite rapper of all time. A huge influence on the way I look at the art of making a beat and just art in general, the greatest ever. For someone that hasn't ever listened, I'd like to just, if you could, describe how much MF Doom's music meant to you and what exactly about his sound helped capture what Beautiful Lou makes to this day.
Wow. Off the bat, I wasn't expecting a Doom question, but yeah, Doom. I don't know. It's just the way he put together his music, the way he made his beats. It was very. You could tell the influences, but it was just very unique, very him. It didn't feel like I don't know. It felt very one of a kind. I really hadn't heard anything like that. Production. I like production that's not perfect, and it's not like, has to be like a studio or an industry-ready sound. I liked his lo-fi approach. The fact that he was just saying that he was just hooking up with any kind of mic, it had to be a high-quality mic, and he was just recording vocals. It all sounded very raw, but still just really, really good. I don't know. He's just very unique, man. I don't think there would be anybody else like him. But Doom, man, that's what's up.
Yeah. Rest in peace to Mr. DeMille himself. But on that flip, one of his main collaborators, someone that you and I share a complete love of, is Madlib. And I know I talked about MF Doom right at the beginning. You gave me that great description. But Lou, in your opinion, what about Madlib's production makes it so cash money? And could you please, for your fans, for the listeners of CPPR Live, name some of your favorite Madlib tracks for us?
Again, just pretty much the rawness, and it wasn't perfect music. Him. I think that's what made Madlib and Doom work so well, is because I think they both had that same kind of mindset of what they wanted their sound to sound like. And Madlib, I just love the way he boosts up the low end, and everything sounds real muddy.
Yeah.
And I just love the way around that era when the Madvillain and stuff, I like that, just throwing the 808 drums on it with the sample looped. I guess the best representation of that would probably be Curls, which is my favorite off the album, pretty much one of my favorite songs of all time. He just, that beautiful sample that was just pretty much played like, I don't know what that was, like a 32-bar loop or something. And then he would just throw the 808s and the crashes and the hi-hats in there. Even it should have clashed, but to me, it felt perfect. It just felt really raw. And if you're going to pick one song between them, I think you would have to look at Curls. I think it's really underrated. A lot of people don't talk about it. But combined with Doom's stream of conscious, like he's telling a story about growing up and the first time he got high and the first time he started like realizing how the world worked. And it's just a beautiful song, man. I strive to make something as good as that.
Well, dude, I think you already, at least in the 2011 internet blog era stuff, besides, like, I know at one point Rolling Stone said you've got, like, those sticky, sweet beats, candy-coated type of stuff. You were also known as the bomb weed guy, I guess, the sound of bomb weed. And, like, I think, it's 10 years later, but you definitely still have such a freaking kick-ass dynamic sound that I gotta ask this next question. When you're looking for, Doom and Madlib, they have that raw sound the same way if you put on like live Curtis Mayfield, nothing sounds like it, but in a hip-hop sense, it has this individuality, it has this artistic freedom that when you listen to their music, there's no one else that sounds like them, and it's untouchable. So with that in mind, do you still use a Boss drum machine in the 1998 Nero program when you make your beats today?
The Boss machine, I do. Pretty much any of the drums that you hear that are 808 or any of the snares or anything like that, they pretty much come from that drum machine. I haven't found anything else that I like, and I think it separates me a little bit from everybody else that uses Reddit drum kits. It just trades, the same drum kits over and over again. I think it helps me stand out. It did die recently, so I'm trying to get it fixed. But as far as the Nero program, no, I chop everything up with any kind of DAW that I use, or if I use the 404 now. Really Nero is because I was, up until fairly recently, I was still using Fruity Loops 3.4, one of the first like a cracked demo version that I got from one of my friends, and I was still using it because nothing else felt as good as 3.4. As far as like the features and the very basic, how basic it was. I think some programs try and do too much, and really I don't need all that much. My tracks are just chopping up maybe a 4-bar loop, couple 4-bar loops, programming some drums on there, and I don't really need much, But I kind of fell in love with the 404 also. I upgraded the FL Studio. I think I'm on 20 right now. Wow. Took me a while to get the hang of it, but just the 4. Pretty much these days, this is just the 404 and the FL Studio.
All right, 404, FL Studio, and you're talking about chopping it up. This next question, a little bit personal, but when you're talking about chopping up, the 50-50, I got to ask, when is the last time you've been to Half Price Books?
I'll go pretty much once a week.
Cool, okay.
Yeah. There's like not even like 4. They're fairly close to where I live right now, so I still go there. But I've been doing a lot of going back to vinyl. The reason I started out with Half Price Books is because I didn't even have turntables. I had CDJs, so I would use the CD. I would buy CDs more than anything. And I was looking for that 80s synth sound anyway, so a lot of that stuff is on CD, not on vinyl. I like that time period where it was kind of transitioning. I just happened to be transitioning from vinyl to CD, and that's the kind of music that I was kind of looking for anyway. So that's why I was kind of like really heavy in Half Price Books, because they were record shops, but they weren't selling CDs. So Half Price Books is really the only place you can find them. But lately I've been getting back to the vinyl, so I've been kind of stepping back from Half Price Books and kind of going to all the different vinyl shops here around San Antonio, Dallas, Austin. Even out in Marfa, I've been trying to go more out west, obscure, smaller towns, just to see what they have. But not even just vinyl, man. I'll sample anything. I'll sample something off the TV, sample a video game, anything that really catches my eye, movie soundtracks.
Was there ever a time, even recently or maybe in the past, where you're like, this is ridiculous and I'm sampling it, but I got to put it in?
All the time, really. I mean, sampling. I try not to think too hard about it, but when I look back at it, it's like, what am I even doing? Like, what am I doing? Taking this other music and just kind of making other music out of it. Like, it's such a weird thing to be into, but all the time, man. Like, I'll sample maybe the score from Cliffhanger, Sylvester Stallone. I was watching that the other day, and something caught my ear at the end, and I put that to a track. A lot of the vocal samples too. Like, I've been going crazy since I got my audio interface. I got a new one, and I've just been hooking that up to my phone and just sampling just the most crazy shit off YouTube. Stuff that's got stuff really that's like re-uploaded from like the 90s, early 90s, the 80s, just stuff I thought I'd never see again, and just putting it on the track. I like putting the vocals, those little vocal snippets and stuff in there.
When it comes to maybe some of the newer stuff in hip hop or trends that you've seen throughout the years, you have that ability where you just said you can take anything, turn it into a beat. It keeps the magic. It keeps that compact brilliance. But has there been a trend in the time that you've made music, or even now, that bothers you in hip hop? A lot of people that I've interviewed talk about the persistence of like robotic hi-hats being an annoyance.
No, nothing really. I mean, I don't care what you're doing, or or where hip hop is going. As long as it's going, as long as it's progressing and just being different. I don't like, I like innovation. To me is like, I don't know, like the craziest thing. I love seeing where stuff goes next. So if it's something, there's nothing really, any kind of trend in rap that I'm not really into. I'm loving the drill movement, and that New York kind of like incorporated from the UK, and they're kind of bringing a lot of obscure samples back. And it was kind of not, sampling never dies out, but I feel like when you get to a corporate level, or trying to work with the record labels, they're really really stingy with the sampling, and just to see the free creativity. So people are like, well, I'm not to get ahead of myself, but other people in the industry and other producers that I talk to would be very anti-sampling if you want to make money. And that kind of killed me. I was all like, I feel them, but you should really just focus on making the track first. And then, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If you can't clear it, you can't clear it. But seeing all these kids come through in the drill scene and just sampling just the craziest, most obvious samples, but flipping it their own way, I love that, man. Because, I'm always afraid sampling's going to die out, and stuff like that keeps it fresh, keeps it alive. Just not even just drill, just sampling in general, and just kind of throwing the loop out there and rapping over the whole song. Loved all that too. I see that coming in, all the drumless stuff, all the stuff influenced by Rock Marciano and early Madlib and stuff. Yeah. So yeah, no, there's not really. I don't feel like there's really a trend or any kind of music in particular that I don't like. I respect it. I might not bump it as much as I would stuff that I do like really like, but no, nothing. Bring on the robotic hi-hats, whatever you want to do, man.
Okay.
As long as it goes, man. Like, as long as you can rap over it, as long as it sounds dope. Like, I couldn't really care less.
Yeah, that's what I think. Hit Boy, every time he's in the studio, I think he's got to have that same exact mindset, Madlib included. But all right. So then, with that as a really good lead-in, Trilla by A$AP Rocky and Nas is a classic. You made that magic happen, and the beat is still as smooth as clarified ghee butter. So I'd like to ask you if you were the one filming at Santos that night a decade ago, and do you have any idea why Rocky chose not to perform his verse that night?
That's crazy. Are you saying that because I think it's on my page, right, about the footage? I wasn't actually there. That's the photographer Brock. That's his footage that I got from him. He sent it to me, and I just uploaded it on YouTube. But I probably didn't even credit him or anything like that. I just kind of threw it up there. But no, I wasn't there that day. So yeah. That was the first time I saw him perform live.
Okay, then the mystery is at least solved on that one. Okay. This one, we've got a user-submitted question from Beautiful Lou himself. So let's see how this one goes. Who is moodier than Beautiful Lou, and who gazes into your eyes harder than Beautiful Lou?
No one, bro. No one.
Then with that in mind, is there a song of yours that when you cycle back and close your eyes and you gaze into the mind of the beautiful beat maker himself, is there ever a time where you've made a track or even an instrumental, or you're just looking back on like maybe 2 weeks of putting something together and you just think to yourself, damn, this is my best ever, I'm a genius? Was there ever a time in all the years you've been doing this where there's a particular track that you took a step back and was like, forget the haters, I have such potential and such great power making music that this one was a total gem?
Man, I love all my beats. So like, they're all my children, I love them all the same. But probably Kissing Pink. When I made that, I just kind of like, I sat there and I was like, bro, this is the one. Like, this is gonna get me out the garage,
Yeah.
But yeah, I was shopping that one around for quite a while. That wasn't even a track specifically made for A$AP. Like, that was before I even knew of A$AP's existence. I made that track. So I was pretty much trying to push it to every person that I could get around, local rappers around here, people that I would meet on the West Coast or East Coast. But no one really could fit it because it was kind of like, it needed that kind of Texas flair, but, kind of do it your own thing. And when Yams heard, he was like, he had to have it. So, it kind of ended up, I'm glad it went to such a big project because I was really confident in that beat. And I really thought I had something there. But for a question like that, I'd probably go with Kissing Pink.
All right. Thank you for that response, because the next question I have in order, it seems to me that a lot of Rocky's later work almost mirrors the dipped in codeine, let me get the good fluff head acid type of sound that Kissin' Pink has. Do you remember how long it took you to make that beat? And also, do you have any idea why Kissin' Pink wasn't on the streaming service release? Because now I have a feeling it's got to be a sample clearing.
Not long, man. I honestly don't remember the whole process. I remember it being done, but like, I don't know, when you make beats, you kind of, or I don't know if it's just me, but you kind of get into like a zen mode and you really...
Oh, no. We lost the call. We'll be right back. But, yeah, so do you have any idea? I'll try and redo that, not to cut it off, but do you remember how long it took you to make the beat to Kissin' Pink? And also, do you have any idea why it wasn't on the streaming service release?
I do not remember how I can make beats, or I find the sample, and before I know it, the beat's done. So I can't really explain in detail too much about it happened. I just remember being done with it and thinking, wow, I just made that. But as far as getting the sample cleared, you're right. They wouldn't clear the little kiki vocal sample that goes through the hook. Okay. Since it wasn't just the acapella, it was also the song he was rapping over. You can hear it in the beat, and we couldn't get Kiki to clear it, and they didn't want to pay for the other beat that's in the sample. But I'd already cleared it with the band as far as the main vocal and melody. It's in the song. Me and my publisher had cleared it with them. So hopefully one day we can get it on there. But the band was cool with it. I was trying to get Lil Kiki to redo it, but there's still a chance. But it's kind of out of my hands. I'm not Pharrell. I'm not Kanye. I can't make it happen. So
yeah, man.
Yeah.
You just said Kanye West. I could talk about Pharrell himself. I met him once. Really nice guy. Pretty cool. But
dope.
I'd like to ask you. Let's see. Now, is Kanye the most overlooked?
I would say not. I think he's got his due.
Now, is Kanye the most overbooked?
No, probably not. No, because the guy's asking. I see where you're going with the lyrics, but
okay.
No, I was gonna say no because I just read he's asking for like $8 million a show. I don't think he's getting booked too often for that. So
$8 million, dude. Pete Davidson is taking Kardashian to the $8 million. Get out of here.
Yeah, I think he said he was doing $8 million, so I don't think he's getting booked too often,
Yeah, all right. Forget it. All around the world, digital underground, Pac, the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer of $8 million. That's insane. But
yeah.
How do you feel about Kanye Omari West's latest album, Donda, as well as his career? And do you have a favorite Mr. West song?
Oh man, yeah. Shout out Kanye, man. He's a big influence. I like Donda. Donda was cool as far as the hype and the build-up he was doing, as far as like the listening shows and stuff. All that was really cool, and I think really, I don't think you're going to see the trend being set, right away. But I think in the future, they're going to look back and be like, that was a cool way that he was kind of letting you in on the process and recording it up until the last minute, which I think can only be possible like now because you don't have to press up CDs and you got to do anything. You just upload it to the streaming services and stuff. So I'd like to see a lot more of that. Just kind of like artists letting you in and seeing the creative process and stuff. But as far as the album, the way it sounded, I thought it was cool. Still had the gospel influences, but it was very minimal on the drums. There weren't a lot of hi-hats and stuff like that on there, and it was it felt like 808s, combined with the Life of Pablo kind of stuff. So I dug it. I thought it was pretty dope. As far as like the favorite Kanye song, probably Can't Tell Me Nothing. I think that's when he really nailed it, and he really should have kept working with Toomp, in my opinion, and more Southern producers kind of trying to expand that sound of just those grandiose synths mixed in with the weird vocal samples. And it wasn't even a sample; it was a girl singing, but the way he made it sound like a filtered sample was cool. Probably that's my favorite beat. I would say probably the 2000s. That 2000, when people ask me like, "What's your favorite beat from the 2000s?" I always used to say, "I Can't Tell Me Nothing." Shout out DJ Toomp and Kanye, man. To me, that was like the perfect beat.
Shout out DJ Toomp. Shout out Kanye West. And fun fact, this is his favorite song that he's ever made. So, I'm hoping one day you and him get to collab, because that would be the freaking titties, dude.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
Right now, just a little game. We're going to play Ranking the Beautiful Loos. I'm going to throw out a famous Lou, and out of 1 to 10, you tell me, how you feel about their artistry, their career, anything like that. Does that sound good?
Just about artists you're going to throw out?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
For the most part, yeah. So first one, pretty easy. Louis Armstrong.
I'm gonna give him a 10, man. That's he did What a Wonderful World, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Whenever the reason I say that is because the ending of 12 Monkeys, when that came on, I was like, yo, that's this is beautiful. This is sad, but it's beautiful. Like I just sat there like listening to that song, and I was like, yo, this man's a genius. If that's him, I'm pretty sure it's him on the song, not a cover or something. But
it might be.
Yeah.
It's gotta be him.
Yeah, but yeah, shout out Louis Armstrong. That's what's up.
Shout out to Louis Armstrong. Next one, we've got Louis C.K.
Oh man, I guess I'm giving everybody a 10 pretty much. I'm not gonna say like a 7 or something like that. But,
Yeah.
Louis, to me, dude, his show, I don't know, man, so unique. The way that it was like so surreal, but like so. I don't know. I never seen anything like it, so I'm gonna give him a 10 just for the show, because that little story arc about where he was gonna take on the trying to take over
For Letterman.
For Letterman, yeah. That whole with David Lynch in there, and the whole it was like 3 episodes I think it went through, and how he was trying to face his fears about failure, and like trying to take it to the next level, because you kind of get complacent, but he was trying to get to the next level. And it's scary, man. Like to just try to put yourself out there I related so hard to those 3 episodes. The whole series, but those 3 episodes for sure were just hit me so hard. So I'm gonna give him a 10. Everybody fucks up. So shout out Louis.
Next we got Lou Bega.
Oh, that's a strong 10. Lou Bega, shout out. I like Mama Number 5.
Right.
I still like it. So give that man a 10. Give him an 11. I don't care.
Oh, number 11 cranked up over Armstrong and CK is Bega. Next, we're getting into sports right now. Lou Gehrig, the New York Yankees.
Ooh, I'm not too much up in the history of the Yankees. I know he got that disease named after him.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna give him a 10 off of that. I mean, the man made history. I mean, he'll forever be remembered. Even though I don't know him, I didn't see him play, or I don't remember too much about his Yankee days. I know about the disease, so I'm gonna give him a 10.
All right. Lou Gehrig with a 10. Lou Bega is still in the lead. Last, we have the leader of the Velvet Underground himself, Lou Reed.
Yeah, 10. Why not? That's honestly, I'm not too familiar with the Velvet Underground. Which I know Lou Reed, but damn, I can't even name a song right now.
Pale Blue Eyes, Sweet Jane.
Okay, yeah, Sweet Jane. Okay,
that'd be crazy to sample. That'd be just those 2 chords.
Those titles go hard, so I'm gonna give him a 10 off of that.
All right, so there it is, folks. Out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, it's the 10 crack commandments of Lou. Louis Armstrong with the 10, Louis C.K. with the 10, Lou Gehrig with the 10, Lou Reed with the 10, and the number 1 Lou besides beautiful Lou himself, Mr. Mambo number 5, Lou Bega. So, with that in mind, everything given can be taken away. The video was uploaded 2 days ago, and you are currently on this insane hype train of short bangers. But what I want to ask you is, what was that day, or maybe, it took a while to shoot the video, and with this new album coming up, The Impermanence of Everything We Do, streaming everywhere, July 19th, tell the folks at home why they should give a listen to this Mobbin' No Sobbin' epic.
I don't know, man. I don't know why anybody should listen to anything, really, but if you got some time, check it out, because I like it. I listen to it every day, so it's really my endorsement. If I like it, it's got to be worth something. So I always say just check it out, man. Mobbin' No Sobbin'. If you like good music, good hip hop, good rap, with the weird twist, I don't know, man. Check it out.
Check out the music. next thing coming at you besides the beats is you're rapping on this project. How would you describe your flow? Because to me, it sounds like you have this warm, grumbled Guillermo Diaz of hip-hop type of cadence.
Who the hell is Guillermo Diaz?
You ever see Half-Baked and the guy that quits his job and he's like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, you're actually all right, and fuck you.
Oh, yeah. Cuban B.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, man, I love that line, bro. Whenever he's like, I'm Cuban B, yes, Cuban B. That's like the most underrated joke in the whole movie, I feel like. Yeah, what was the question? Why am I rapping, or how would I describe my raps?
Yeah, how would you describe your flow?
Oh, man, just stream of conscious. Really don't try and think about it. I don't like my songs to really be about anything. I just kind of sit down and kind of write what I feel that I've been feeling. And sometimes that makes sense, sometimes it doesn't. But since you see I'm inspired by Doom, I'm inspired by Ghostface. A lot of people that, it may not seem like it means anything, but it means something to them, so some people might be like, what did you mean here? And I was like, I really don't know, but it just felt like something I had to say. So I kind of say it. Unless I'm trying to go with the more Swisher House type vibe, then yeah, I'll throw out punchlines, punchline after punchline, trying to say the most absurd thing. But most of my songs, I just kind of like to get out whatever I'm feeling. And mostly it's just about reality, in terms of reality and death and the time that you have here. I'm kind of really obsessed with that. Been obsessed with it the past couple of years. What does it all mean? Is it all really even real? So, but I try not to be too down about it. So I kind of throw more of like just funny references in here and there, just kind of keep it lighthearted because I don't feel like life's hard enough without hearing stuff that's going to get you even more down. So I try and throw in a couple of jokes in between every once in a while, in the lines.
Yeah. So when you're getting in your feels, you've talked a little bit about things that you've sampled in the past, favorite music, when you go over to half-price books, what you're flipping, but you've said that you're a tremendous fan of new wave music. Besides New Order and Depeche Mode, who are some of your favorite new wavers?
That's pretty much it, Depeche Mode.
Depeche Mode? All right, cool. All right.
No, I mean, off the bat, man, I can't really name really too much. I would like to shout out Falco. A lot of people don't shout out Falco, and that dude had flow, man. He was speaking German, so I don't really understand what he was saying, but it sounded great, man. So, Shout out Falco.
Still waiting for Falco to drop the new Star Fox 64 on the Switch, but we'll see what happens there. But
that Falco was good too. Falco was good too.
Yeah, dude, if you play Super Smash, who's your go-to character?
Oh man, I have no idea what I'm doing in Super Smash. I try to play with my brother.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's going on in that game, and I still don't. I really don't. It really makes absolutely no sense to me. So. So I guess I'm gonna go with Falco, but
screw it.
Kirby was kind of hard in there too.
Kirby, locking it in with Kirby, beautiful little is Kirby, right on. Okay, with his brother, let's go. Talking Super Smash, back in college was when I used to play that game a lot. But when I was at school, there was one song that was played on repeat incessantly by my friend Anna Davis or Jimmy, who I don't know his last name, but almost as much as the Beatles' Twist and Shout and the Front Bottoms maps. It was Orion's Belt with Kitty Pryde and Riff Raff. And to me, like, when you're talking about MF Doom, you're talking about Mad Lib and having that raw, rough sound that it sounds not exactly polished, but with that right amount of grime. There is nothing quite like that beat. And I just would like to ask you, how did that collab happen? And what do you think of the song looking back?
I love that beat, man. I love that song the way it came out. When like you said earlier about the Rolling Stone quote, I think that's what the song that they were even referencing was just the candy coated sticky kind of beat, those horns and the little haunted vocal. I honestly don't remember what I sampled for that, so I hope I never have to clear it eventually. If I wants to be on, I mean. I don't know. It's not a big enough song to where we had to clear it, so it's on streaming. But the collab, how it came. Well, I was already working with Kitty Pryde. We were just trying to do more songs for the album for her debut. But I think Riff Raff had tweeted her because she had mentioned him in a song, I think. And so I tweeted back at him. I was like, come jump on this song, man. Like, you know, I'm a big fan and everything. And we started talking offline. And I was telling him how much I was digging his sound and the fact that he's from Texas. And I've been supporting and trying to put people onto his music this whole time. So it'd be really cool to have a track with him. He was with it. They did the song. Him and Diplo called me. And we're like, yo, we really like that song. Let's get Vice. We can get Vice to pay for the video. And we'll fly down there and we'll do it. And I was like, yeah, I'm with it. I mean, I fuck with Diplo, you know, paper planes and all that shit. Yeah, we did that. They did the video. He paid for the video. Director Jason Miller, he's got some really good videos. He was getting heavy rotation on MTV. So it was pretty crazy how all that just started like snowballing and just became a big track like that. You know, shout out to Kitty Pryde, shout out Riff Raff, man.
Shout out Diplo, shout out Jason Miller, and also shout out to sampling the idea of the Clash for a beat with MIA. Thank you, though, for that answer, man, because that song, it's like in my head right now, I can just hear the it's so untouchable, but all right. So I've taken up enough of your time. I only have really one question left, and I've asked every guest that I've ever interviewed, going all the way back to Asher Roth when he told me about his love of having avocados in the morning, man. So, beautiful Lou, in as much detail as possible, for all your fans, for all your listeners, for all the homies, for all the hoes, could you please describe in as much detail your absolute perfect breakfast?
Oh, man. Probably be a boiled egg and some chickpeas. Scrambled egg, really. I'm obsessed with chickpeas, man. I don't know. One day I just got a can and I was like, yo, these are dope. So I started eating chickpeas a lot. And so maybe a scrambled egg with some chickpeas in the morning. Pretty basic. I got a pretty sensitive stomach, so I don't like to eat bacon or any kind of crazy stuff like that. So anything with grease, I can't do breakfast tacos or nothing like that. So pretty much just scrambled eggs and chickpeas.
And would you have coffee with it? Orange juice, ice water? I know you talk about the grandpa tummy in a sense.
No coffee. I've never done coffee. Orange juice, can't really do it either. It's just water. I might these days might do a Topo Chico. Might do some sparkling water. Switch it up. Yeah, water. Pretty much water. Scrambled egg and some chickpeas.
All right, sweet. Then pretty much, man, that is all the questions I have for you. I know this interview had been delayed quite some time, and there have been bets that it would even happen, but just thank you for following through on this. I know I've dropped the ball a few times, but I'm so freaking excited to listen to the impermanence of everything we do. Just thank you so much, Lou, for taking the time to speak with me today. And if there's any chance that I can still purchase those 2 beats for $200 and go through the beautiful Lou warehouse of stuff, I've got a track, hopefully with Little B, Egg White, Enhanced, myself, and BG Cumby, a YouTuber that I think is a genius. And I would just love to have a beautiful Lou beat behind it, Ken Kniff.
What's up with you and this Ken Kniff, man? You really like the dude. Dude, I'll show you, man. Yeah, I got you.
All right, yeah, because dude, your voice. I know I already said the Guillermo Diaz thing, but doing like some type of Ken Kniff intro or like whatever, I think could really work. But that, just wanted to ask.
All right, man. Yeah, I'll get it to you, bro. I'll get it to you. It's just been kind of crazy, like you said lately. But after the album's out, I'll have more time to send out beats and stuff. So
awesome, man. Then just thank you, and I can't wait to hear that album.
All right, man. Appreciate you reaching out, bro.
Have a great night.
All right, you too, man. Later.
All right, enough of that shit.